Good morning, my dear subscribers. You're welcome to Sunlight Grant channel, where we give you the latest of the UAAG disbursement funding. In case you're new on my channel, please don't forget to click on the notification bell and subscribe. In case we drop new videos, you'll be highly updated.
I want to use this opportunity, though I've been a very long time in the grant community, and in fact, I didn't need fit to come out because why? I don't talk in the grant community. But there are some write-ups that I do see in some platforms that forced me to come out to speak. I've been in grant community since SEM up to this time. So there is no voice note, no gravity of voice note. There is no write-up. No matter how good you are in writing, no matter how articulated you may be in writing, that will trigger this menace in grant ecosystem without evidence of credit alert. And as such, it is uncalled for an aberration if people who are so highly profile and people who are so respectful in grant community, when they come on board and now using their faces to rub the mud, while a grant community has now become a place where people who are literate becoming illiterate, people who are high inquisitive now become, in fact, a mockery in order of the day. The reason I'm saying this is because at this perilous time, people are just putting a write-up, making a voice note, advertising slots, advertising subscription, when you know quite all right. Many people have been in this ecosystem for the past more than 10 years. And of course, if someone should be able to go to a school, maybe you start from first degree. In other words, you could have finished your first degree. If God be by your side, you proceed to master level. You could have finished master degree. And then you are even trying to further to PhD level. And that is the realm where we are for those of us who started from SEM up till now. But no certificates can be able to show anything. No certificate. So grant community is a place whereby you go. Of course, you don't know the time you will return. It's like a journey that you don't have the day you will come back. It's like a death on arrival. We don't talk in grant community. There are people who are in grant community, well respectful, but they are not pastors. We are not reverend. We are not prophet. We are not bishop. But there are people who are there. They are watching the whole scenario. They are watching the whole saga that is coming in the grant ecosystem. How people will still at this time, after the effort of Reverend Moses from Abuja, he has made, and before now, every big Tom and Harry has known that before now, until Reverend Moses came on board and make his last voice note declaring that the only grant that is visible as it stands now is Theobarth Global Foundation grant and that of Community Development Project, which is otherwise known as Pioneer. And as it stands, that was when people that we have not been hearing voices, in fact, since last year, came on board and started making a voice note. Then the first voice note that jumped into the grant community was the voice note of a new man. He came on board, he make a voice note where he also collaborates with the country director of Theobarth Global Foundation. And of course, that was the very first note. After that, Jennifer Hazi Kakalapa came on board also and released a voice note warning people not to subscribe because of this period of time. As at that time, and these people have not been talking since all this while. That should be a kind of a sign that Reverend Moses is doing a great job, because it was his voice note and his effort with his team that triggered those things to come outside. Otherwise, nobody has been speaking before now. Now, when these people spoke, then the vendors who knows how to advertise, I don't know if those people is only grant community they know how to advertise. A lot of people are looking for people who are good in marketing, advertising their products. I believe it is high time for them to go and apply. To go there and apply for what? For their advertisement of their because they are very good in terms of advertising. And putting a write-up of subscription when they are calling for humongous amount of money, and of course making it real when they themselves don't even know what is behind the scene. Before now, a lot of people who have come on board have been telling us this week, next week, this week, this month, next year. Now we are the last phase of the year. Some people come to my DM and they asking questions and all of that, and I'll let them know. And me, I don't talk. But nobody in grant community, I repeat, nobody in grant community can be able to brainwash me and can be able to be talking what is not real. Before, when you write or when you send your voice or whatever you write to me, I will check it and I will know that this one is not real. It cannot happen anywhere. The year is coming to an end, and of course this period is a festive period. People are coming to advertise, clusters selling, and people are busy paying. Let me let you people know this. I will not identify my identity, but one thing I want to make it clear in that community, most especially those people who call themselves men of God, prophets, bishops, pastors, and all of that. I will not jeopardize your title with my words because I don't curse. But one thing I know, that many are called but few are chosen. I also read in a particular platform where somebody was writing that we are just privileged to be in part of all these grants and community development projects. We are just privileged that if they want to do it, that we are not. That is meant for people who are so rich, not billionaires. You understand? That's supposed to subscribe for, most especially this community development project. I don't know the identity of the person who put that right up, but I want to correct you, for those of us who have not been talking in the grant community, that let me let you know, this UAAG money was not meant for billionaires or millionaires you have entitled them to be. It was for poor masses, and at the same time development of developing the whole Africa country. It's not meant for billionaires. I want to let you know. It is because of the greediness of your government, are you getting me, that make it to be like this. It's that's why a percentage was set aside for a grant for those people who are less people, who cannot be able to have the insight to think of a project they can be able to do. Are you getting me? And that is the reason why they release this fund, to develop the whole Africa. It's not everybody in your community can have insight to develop that your community or your village. It's not everybody. Those people who have the insight that God pushed them to get this information and be able to put their hard-earned money to be part of it so that they can develop their village or their community. So you coming on board and be putting a write-up that we are just privileged. Let me tell you this. If I thought that it was based on billionaires to subscribe for this project. Let me let you know. It could have not come to Africa. It could have not come to Africa. Now, people selling slots and, of course, extorting money from people. Now, they even went far after they described advertised their voice notes that people should subscribe. They have slot from direct source. Are you getting me? Now, what will be the next thing? I believe you that advertise. Number one, if I want to buy a product, the company you're advertising for, what will I do? You give me, instead you give me a flyer, and of course you will be leading me on how to. The first thing I will observe from you is that whatever I'm doing, you'll be writing your name on it, because every sales have what? Commission. Every sales you make has a commission in a sales company. So as a vendor, every sales you make, you must have a percentage. And so therefore, for your percentage to come, you must be able to endorse your full name. You must be able to endorse your full name, that I am the one. If you cannot endorse your full name in your bank account, you should endorse your full name as a person who advertised this thing to this person before the person buy. Please, grant community, it has come to stay that a lot of people are psychophans, chronic psychophans. Because why? People who I think that their speaking senses have become in fact, people that have become so static illiterate order of the day. At a point in time, some people were saying that don't subscribe. I could remember when Pastor Donald Okore came on board and said subscription will end so day. After that, no more subscription. Call your cousin, call your uncles, call you to come and be partaker of it. But what I was so shocked and highly flabbergasted when I saw a voice note, and I listened to the voice note, and I discovered that he advertised a slot concerning it. If people who send you to advertise these slots, and you check as a learned person, the way your voice note connotes, discover that, oh, go and sell this slot. Let people know this. What will you do as a learned person? Please, with my integrity, I will not be able to do this. Because why? There is a tension on the community as right now as regards to disbursement. That should be one word that will jump out of your mouth to the stakeholders whom you are working with. But for you to carry that information and disseminate it in grant community, you have disvalued yourself. And of course, there is even someone who does not go to school will not give you respect again. Because why? A lot of people have been thinking that people like this I should follow, even after grant being disbursed or after you have gotten what they came to come and get in grant community, go away. These are the people that be looking up to you. I know people who put a write-up into my DM and be saying that. But I want to let all of you that are still advertising slots and bundles and all of that, I want to let you people know that there are ways that seems to be right in the sight of men. At the end, there are destruction. People, some of you who are men of God, you know where that scripture is being written. When God is going to start with many people who are going through all this. In fact, many of you will say that it's from the village. It is not from the village. It's going to be it's from grant community. What you have done, the seed you sow, is the one paying you back. Because why? Everybody mindset now supposed to be centralizing on disbursement. The same vision that Reverend Moses from Abuja is having with his team supposed to be the same needs of everybody stand. I want to let you people know. Because a lot of people who believe that they like disseminating information, there are people who carry the information from one platform to the other. Those ones, I don't blame them. Because why? Whatever you see, you carry. You don't know the people that you're supposed to neglect. When you don't carry their information, they will see themselves, they are not countable in grant community. But any voice note that rat will make, you disseminate it. Cockroach will make, you disseminate it. Even mosquito will sit in a moth and be making voice when you disseminate that information to people. And people are busy dying day after day. People are busy. There was a time somebody came along 2 years ago and said even though that there is no grant, and even though that you did not subscribe grant, are people not going to still die? Can you observe? We have heard a lot in grant community. We have heard a lot. But one thing I want to let everybody knows, masses, if you know that you are a child of God, if you know that you worship one thing or the other, you are a Muslim, a traditional worshiper, it is